What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy, Doc Holiday. We are here on HBCU OverDrive Saturday Game Day. This is in conjunction with HBCU OverDrive. Make sure that you like this stream. Make sure that you comment, share, most of all, subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. We have some good things going on today. It is game day, and I wouldn't be doing this um, if it wasn't for it, for y'all. But as always, you already know how we do. Man, look, just become a subscriber on the YouTube channel. And also you can hit me up on you can hit me up on Facebook, you can hit me up on Twitter, you can hit me up on Instagram. Instagram, Twitter, basically, like I said, HBCU underscore overdrive. Facebook would be my actual real name, and let everybody know that. If you want to hit me up on there. Also, make sure if you want to become an exclusive family member, all you have to do is just hit that join button outside of the chat. And you have two tiers you could choose from. You could choose from purple, you could choose from blue. Either one, it goes back to the channel, it goes towards initiative, it goes to come with basically equipment and everything like that. So just let you know if you want to become an exclusive member. And also, um, if you want to donate to the channel, all you do is just hit the cash app at HBCU Overdrive. So let everybody know that you donated to the channel. And once you donate to the cash app, I will be able to shout you out on any of my shows and platforms and stuff like that. Other than that, man, let's get into some football. Let's get into some football. Let's get into some football. Excuse me, y'all. We got a we got a big show on deck today. So excuse me for my little tardiness. What's going on, Miss Quay and Uncle Sid? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I mean, we got a lot to cover today as far as what's on the menu. What is on the menu? So first on this menu, get my trusty phone, have my notes in. First on the menu, we're gonna go to the MEAC. Let's go to the MEAC first and let everybody know what's going on in the MEAC today. Today at 1 o'clock, Norfolk State goes up to Philadelphia to take on Temple University. On this game will be on ESPN Plus. The line on this game is there's no line on this game right now. It might come up later on before the game starts. But can Norfolk State continue their success from last week with last week's win against Hampton? Don't know yet. Don't know. Won't know until they actually play the game. Both teams coming in at 1-1. Temple took a 36-7 loss to Rutgers University. They took a 36-7 loss to Rutgers University. This was they played at Rutgers last week, and on the side of Norfolk State, their last win was a 31-23 win victory over Hampton University in the Battle of the Bay. So the main thing is for Norfolk State, it can Otto Coons, that is his name, y'all. Can Otto Coons continue his passing efficiency against Temple? Don't know yet, won't know. And man, I don't know what's gonna happen until we actually watch the game. Shout out to my uncle. Shout out to Uncle Sid with the $20 donation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my uncle. $20 donation for the channel. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. But I think Norfolk State can make this a game, but I feel like Temple is going to pull away. Uh, they're going to pull away later on in the game. It won't. I don't think it'll be about a large margin, but they will pull away from this game. So I do have Temple winning this game by 3 touchdowns. What's going on, Henny guy? Henny guy, what's good? What's good? Salute to you, my brother. Let's see, 2:30 today at Audi Field in Washington, D.C. You got the Battle of the Real HU, where actually it's called the Truth and Service Classic. But to us black folks, it's the Battle of the Real HU. Hampton versus Howard. This is going to be on ESPN Plus. Also, I thought it was going to be on NBC Sports Network, but it's going to be on ESPN Plus. Hampton, like I said, coming off a 31-23 loss to Norfolk State, and Howard coming up big with a 65-19 drubbing of Morehouse College. Now, this is a tale of two tapes. This is a tale of the quarterbacks. You got Corey. You got Christopher Zealous. I'm about to say Corey. Christopher Zealous, big kid, 6'3", 220, live arm, but he does make mistakes when throwing the football. This kid has 4 interceptions on the season right now, and it's only 2 games in. 366 yards passing, but he also had, like I said, he has 4 touchdowns. His biggest issue is basically is trying to find reliable receivers, getting rid of the ball at certain times, and taking sacks when he's not supposed to take them. But he is also a mobile quarterback. He does have 139 yards rushing right now with 2 touchdowns. So that does alleviate the situation as far as what he can do throwing the ball. What's going on, Dr. Strong? What's happening? So, this is like I said, tell of the quarterbacks. Quentin Williams, on the other hand, 6'5", 205 athlete, been in the program for 5 years. This is more of a better showing for Quentin Williams in recent years. Even though he's a little bit over 56% in his completions, he has 5 touchdowns. He has not turned the ball over. He's only been sacked 4 times, and his passing rating is up over close to 141. Like I said, he also is a runner, but he does not really want to take off this time to run. He only have 22 yards rushing on the ground, but it's always going to be with his arm. His issue that he has is basically hitting the short and intermediate passes. We know that he could throw the long ball. We know that he could command the offense, but can he take what the defense give him? And that's the thing that that you want to look at, that you want to pay attention to. Can he take what the defense gives him? I think in this game that Quentin Williams does take what the defense gives him. He also has a good stable of running backs behind him, highlighting with Casey Hawthorne, who's not really a running back. He's a receiver, but he's pretty much an all-around athlete. But you also have with this rushing attack for Howard, it will say a lot in this game, and it basically will keep Hampton's offense off of the field. That is the name of the game. Keep the offense off of the field. So in this game, Hampton won this game last year by a good amount margin. In this game, I think Howard takes this game, takes the name of the real HU. I say with this score, I got Howard in a dominant fashion, 35-14 Howard University. Let's see what else we got on our list today, man. In the MEAC, we have Delaware State taking on the Richmond Spiders. That's at 2:30 p.m. I think that one is on. I think that game should be on Flow Sports Network. If you got the money for it, you go right ahead and get that. But I'm a deal. Take what I can get. Both teams are coming in at 0-2. With Delaware State, they took a drubbing last week to Army 57-0. It is going to be a hard game to watch against Richmond. It's going to be a hard game to watch. Richmond is still, I think Richmond is still pissed off from the loss that they took against Morgan State at the beginning of the season. Also, they lost to Michigan State this past weekend, 45-14. So Richmond is going to. I picked Richmond in this game. Delaware State still has the same issues stemming from last season. They can't generate a lot of offense. Defense plays really good, but they cannot generate a lot of offense. I don't see them getting. I don't see them getting 10 points in this game right here. I'll take Richmond with the win, with a big win against Delaware State. I say 42-7. I say 42-7. It goes the way of the Spiders. The next game on this list, this is for the MEAC. North Carolina Central goes all the way to the West Coast to take on the number 24th ranked UCLA Bruins at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. This game is at 4:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. So on the West Coast, this will be a 2:00 game. This game will be showcased on the Pac-12 network. Now, I'm going to say this. North Carolina Central believes in their heart of hearts that they can go into the Lions Den, and let me scratch that, not the Lions Den, that they can go into the Bruins Den and knock off the Bruins of UCLA. They do have a team that can actually compete with this team. I watched tape on the UCLA team. They're not that dominant, but people get afraid because what they see on the front of the jersey or on the side of the helmet, and it gets them out of their comfort zone. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations to my dog right here, Miss Aquay. One of the aunties on for the channel, y'all. Man, I appreciate her. She been doing a lot of work for me, promoting this channel, making sure we have some good vibes when it comes to talking sports, talking politics, talking anything related to the HBCU diaspora. I appreciate you for being a member, dog. I really appreciate you for doing that. So in this game, let's get back to it. In this game right here, I would have UCLA by 2 scores. And I think Central would make this an actual game, but I'm going to say it just like this. If Central goes in to the Rose Bowl and defeats UCLA, all FBS NCAA football would be on fire. anarchy would reign. uh, it will be, I guess, what you say, a cold day in hell if UCLA loses this game to Central. But I do have them winning by 2 touchdowns. But I am cheering for my HBCU brethren to wanting to pull this game out and cause some havoc, cause chaos in college football right today. And then that would be the story that we would lead off. It won't be about prime. It will be about how HBCU went into the Bruins den and knocked off a ranked UCLA team. That's how I see it, y'all. That's how I see it. Appreciate everybody that's in right now. There's 23 people that's watching this. I know it's early in the morning. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share with all your folks, and let them share with more people around that love this stuff, that loves the HBCU diaspora and the culture, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. And on the nightcap for the MEAC, we got the Battle of Baltimore. Towson versus Morgan State. Towson comes in at 0-2 with their last loss against Monmouth, which was a 42-23 contest. First game of the season, they did play Maryland. That was a 38-6 defeat against Maryland. Now they go to the other side of town to play Morgan State. What my boy Banks call it, the national treasure. And as we know, look, start out the season on a bang. Defeated the number 18 at the time, 18th ranked in SCS, the Richmond Spiders, 17-10. There go last week. They went up to Akron and played them boys all the way till 40 seconds left in the game. They lose the game 24-21. But I'm gonna say this is a strong showing to let you know who your quarterback is. Morgan State, your quarterback is not Carson Baker. Your quarterback is Deuce Taylor. Deuce Taylor is your QB now going on for the season. Do not go back to Carson Baker. This kid right here provides just poise in the pocket, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, doesn't like taking sacks. He throws the ball when it's supposed to be thrown. He basically is the QB that you would want to have. He doesn't run a lot, but when he has to, he is mobile. That's the good thing about this. And he has a good running back behind him, and JJ Davis, man. This kid is a dog right here. Also, I'm gonna tell you just like this: that defense for Morgan State, is pretty much elite in all of SCS. You're talking about a team that does not give up points. They do not give up points. And in a sense, they've only given up 34 points in 2 games. So their defense averages 17 points a game. The only problem is they have to score. So they only scored 38 points for the whole season, which is at 19 points a game for the whole season. I'm going to say it just like this. They have to score some points, and I'm going to tell you just like this. I think they score a ton of points against Towson in this game. This game is at 5:00 p.m. on ESPN Plus. This is from Hughes Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. In this game, I got Morgan State winning this game by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. 28-14. That's who I got from Morgan State. Now let's get into let's go into some Division 2. So we got some good Division 2 games coming up today. And I'm going through y'all, so y'all just have to excuse me. And I wrote all this down. So you got Shaw versus Bowie coming up today at 12 o'clock. Bowie 1-1, taking a loss to what's that? Davidson or Davenport? Davenport 24-19. They did start out the season with a 22-11 victory over Delaware State. Shaw started off at 0-2. First game of the season, they took a drubbing to Benedict College, 52-0, and then last week against Virginia Union, they losing by 26-13 to Virginia Union. In this game, I do got Bowie State taking this from Shaw. And for those who said they got Shaw to win the CIAA South, I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see it happening. I don't see them winning the CIAA. Not with Bowie State, not with Virginia State, not with Virginia Union, especially not with Fayetteville State, who won the whole conference last year. I don't see them winning this conference. Now, next on this list, we got Virginia State taking on St. Augustine's. This is the 12 o'clock. This is the 12 o'clock start. This game is coming from the George Williams Athletic Complex in Raleigh, North Carolina. Make sure that you get there. Make sure that you. I think it's supposed to be raining. I don't know what the weather situation is, but I'm looking at it. I think it's. Okay. It's going to be sunshine. It's going to be sunshine in Raleigh. Virginia State coming off with the 2 wins, first 2 wins this season. One against Norfolk State, which is their rival, 33-24, and then going up against Tusculum, 21-17, which was that's a dang on good game. And then St. Augustine basically losing their first 2 games by a combined score of 58-7. First loss was to Lenore Ryan, 45-7, and then taking a 13-0 loss to Elizabeth City State last week. In this game, I do not see. I'll be real honest with you. I see Virginia State going in and wrecking shop and scoring at least 40-some points against this team right here. Now, I'm going to say it just like this. Don't sleep on Virginia State. They are one of those teams that if they wanted to move up to the MEAC, they got the team to pull it off, and they can do it. So like I said, I say 42. I give them 40. I give them 14 points, but 42-14. I say Virginia State takes up, destroys St. Augustine. Next on this list, we got West Virginia State versus Concord. West Virginia State, they got a QB that I didn't even know about. It was talked about last night with my crew, and Donovan Riddick leads the team with 569 passing yards, and they're going up against Concord. Don't know too much about Concord, y'all. I don't know too much about Concord, but their last game, they did come away with a 2-point victory over UNC Pembroke, 37-35. So, like I said, this game will be coming from Callaghan Stadium in Princeton, West Virginia. 64 degrees at game time with some cloudy skies coming up in there. In this game, I think I do have West Virginia State going to take this with a victory against Concord. So I really think they'll come up with a 3-touchdown win against Concord. I say 40. I say 42. I say 42-7. 42-7. Concord lost their last 2 games by a combined score of 110 points, 110-24. That lets you know everything about the team. But I digress. Next on our list, Next on our list, whenever this phone, okay. Next on the list, we got Central State going down to Alabama to take on Tuskegee. That's a 1 o'clock affair. If I'm not mistaken, I think this game might be on HBCU Go. I have to make sure to check it out. Make sure if you can donate to the channel. Like I said, hit the cash out, donate to the channel, and we can help the channel out. Tuskegee takes on Central State. That's a 1 o'clock affair down there at the Shed. The game time weather will be 80 degrees, and it will be partly sunny in this game. For Central State, they're coming in at 1-1. Last game they played, they went up against Dayton, University of Dayton, with a monstrous loss, 62-24. They started off the season with a 3-point victory over Mississippi Valley in the Chicago Classic. That was a 24-21 affair. Tuskegee, first game of the season, they did come away with a 6-point win against Fort Valley in the Red Tails Classic. And then last week, they were at Frankfort, Kentucky, to put up a 3-touchdown victory over Kentucky State, 36-10. In this game, I do have Tuskegee with the victory in this game. I don't know about how much, but I do have Tuskegee taking this game today from Central State. Next on our list, we got Benedict versus Lane College. This is at 2:00 p.m. in Jackson, Tennessee, at Lane Field. Game time weather will be 79 degrees, cloudy. Benedict, the prize fighter, the champ of the SIAC, coming in, not being scored upon, y'all. Not being scored upon, y'all. Let's just let you know that Benedict's defense is not to be played with. What up, HBCU Man Talk? What's happening? All right, hell to the Wildcats for you. Benedict is not playing this season. Chennis Berry got these boys on a whole nother level. Started out the season with a 52-0 drubbing against Shaw, and then last week against Edward Waters, they came in and had their way with the Tigers from Edward Waters, 34-0. In this game, I might see, I don't know, Lane College. They took an L first game of the season, 37-24 against Miles College, and then they went to Alabama A&M to Huntsville, and they took a 38-point loss to the Bulldogs, 51-13 in this game. I don't think Benedict is going to have Lane score in this game. I think Benedict is going to continue their scoreless, the defense keeping the team scoreless throughout this whole game. What up, big dog? What's happening? I don't see Lane scoring in this game. I don't see it. Tell me where you see it, but I personally I don't see it, because 86-0 your combined score in the first two games. Benedict in a blowout. 35-0. Benedict in a blowout, 35-0. Hey, make sure if you come on in, make sure you donate to the Cash App. If you don't want to donate to the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. Hit up the Super Chat. I'm just letting you know. I am in between jobs, so we trying to get the money, try to pay bills on the channel. Albany State versus Morehouse. This is the battle. This is the HBCU New York Classic, 2:00, coming from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This game day will be 76 degrees with partly sunny. Albany State, I'm be real, I'm be up in front, real honest with you. Albany State's gonna take this game right here. I'm not gonna go into the whole spiel about what's happening with Morehouse. Morehouse took a drubbing to Howard last week, and I think the same dominance continues with Albany State over Morehouse. So I would have Albany State winning this game for their first victory of the season. I would have them winning this game by at least 40 points. I have them winning this game by at least 40 points. I'm gonna just let you know, be honest with you, be real with you. I don't see Morehouse scoring no more than 20 to 14 points in this game. And the way Albany State plays defense, I don't think they score 7. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Virginia Union versus Livingstone. Virginia Union, Jada Byers going in. This game is at Salisbury, North Carolina, 78 degrees coming up at this game, partly sunny. Virginia Union starts off 2-0, wins against Morehouse and Shaw. Livingstone starting off at 0-2, took a 41-7 loss to Bluefield State in the big first game, and then against Catawba, a 40-point drubbing against Catawba. So I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Jada Byers should have about 400 yards rushing in this game right here. Virginia Union with a blowout victory over Livingstone by 40. So just putting that out there for y'all, by 40 to Livingstone. My boy Gerald, Coach, his name G, but we call him Coach Gerald on HBCU Nightly. He linebackers coach with Lincoln, Pennsylvania, going up against Fayetteville State, 5:00 kickoff. This game is in Fayetteville. Sunny skies, 80 degrees. I'm gonna say it just like this. Check out the kid Isaiah Freeman for Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. This kid can throw the ball, sling the rock. Got 2 receivers that's electrifying. That can catch, do everything. And then you got Fayetteville State, who started out the season on there. Oh, okay, 0-2. Started out the season with a 1917 defeat of UNC Pembroke, and then Lenore Ryan, 24-10 against Lenore Ryan. What's up, Rock Wayne? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I got Lincoln, Pennsylvania. I got Lincoln, PA. I got Lincoln, PA taking the victory by 7 points. And the only reason why I say it's gonna be hard for Fayetteville State right now to try to pick their heads up. But this game is in what they call Vietnam. I might change my pick. This game might go in the way of Fayetteville State. It'll be a close game, but it won't be a blowout. Next on the list, we got Bluefield State going up against Johnson C. Smith. 5:00 kickoff from Charlotte, North Carolina. 81 degrees, partly sunny weather out there today. Bluefield State coming off against, like I said, the first victory against Livingstone, 41-7. Then they took a 37-14 loss to Emory and Henry. So Johnson C. Smith, 49-6 victory over West Virginia Wesleyan, and then they took on Walsh University. Uh, 14-9 loss to Walsh University. Now I'm gonna say it just like this. My guy, our guy HBCU Nightly, Tony Coaxum, head coach for Bluefield State, man. He got these boys ready. He got these boys ready to go out there and play smash mouth football. So I'm gonna take my guy Tony Coaxum of Bluefield State. I did make my pick on HBCU Nightly this past Wednesday, so I take my pick with Bluefield State in this game. Elizabeth City goes to Winston-Salem State. This is a 5 o'clock kickoff from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And if you're out there, the weather will be 77 degrees, partly sunny out there. Elizabeth City comes in at 1-1. They took a 8-point loss to Catawba for the first game. Second game, a 13-0 shutout against St. Augustine. And on the side for Winston-Salem, first game of the season, they took on their rival, North Carolina Central. They came out with a 26-point drubbing against them, 47-21. And against Ohio Dominican, they lose their game by 12, 26-14. I make sure we shout out Tyrone Sapp, man. Make sure we shout out Tyrone Sapp Jr. for Albany State offensive lineman, number 76. I got Elizabeth City taking this game by 14 points against Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem is not the team that you saw when Connell Maynard was the head coach at when he was the head coach there. This is a totally different team right now. And like I said, I got Winston-Salem taking a loss to Elizabeth City, and it would be by at least 2 touchdowns in this game right here. We got Edward Waters going up against Fort Valley. This is a SIAC showdown, 5 o'clock kickoff down there in Fort Valley, man. Wildcat Stadium. This will be an 81-degree day, cloudy skies. Edward Waters comes in at 0-2. Their last loss was against Benedict, 34-0. Fort Valley comes in at 1-1. 23-point victory over Clark Atlanta. So I got Fort Valley in a blowout in this game right here by 21. Next on the list, we got Savannah State taking on Clark Atlanta. This is down in Savannah. This is on ESPN Plus. So you want to watch that game, make sure you watch the game before we watch all the other games. This is it will be 83 degrees. You're looking at some storms coming through, but hopefully it doesn't affect the game. Like I said, 0-2. Clark Atlanta coming in at 0-2. They took losses to Kentucky State and Fort Valley to start the season off. Savannah State comes in. They took a victory over Southeastern, which I think that's in Florida, and then they took a 31-6 loss to Bethune-Cookman. I will have Savannah State losing it. I mean, I think I have Savannah State winning this game. I wasn't gonna say lose. I think I have Savannah State winning this game by 10 points. I'm gonna say 10 points. Give them 10 points. Washburn versus Lincoln, University of Missouri. Both teams are 0-2. This is 6 o'clock kickoff coming from Jefferson City, Missouri. I don't know too much about these teams right here, so I'm gonna go with Washburn in this game right here. Kentucky State goes down to Columbia, South Carolina, to take on Allen University. This game is at 6 o'clock p.m. This is going to be on ESPN Plus. Allen comes in at 2-0. Kentucky State comes in at 1-1. Allen comes in with the hot hand from Columbia State when a 49-0 drubbing against Columbus State. Like I said, and Kentucky State with a 26-point loss to Tuskegee last week. I do have Allen going ham in this game right here by 2 touchdowns against Kentucky State. Kentucky State is in a transition coming from a triple option team to a more of a air raid option air raid system. And that is it for the Division II SIAC and CIAA matchups. So man, let's get it to let's go ahead and get to the MEAC. I mean into the SWAC. I apologize, y'all. Let's get it to the SWAC today. All right. On Thursday, of course, everybody watched the game. Bethune-Cookman took on my University of Miami. The U. I don't think the U is back yet, but they did take a 48-7 drubbing against the Hurricanes down there at Hard Rock Stadium. That game did come on Thursday on ESPN. Was it Plus or was it the ACC network? Bet. Thank you, brother Bakar and Bates. Man, make sure you do that. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. First game on the list, man. Look, we got 2:00 kickoff. Flomo, aka Florida Memorial, goes into Grambling University. This game is on ESPN Plus. Oh man, I got Grambling in a blowout in this game. I ain't gonna talk about this. Miles Crowley probably would play 2 quarters in this game, and that's it. He probably have over 300 yards passing this game, and whoever's the backup QB should sustain that same type of energy that Miles Crowley starts the game off with. So I got this game in a blowout. I'm not giving no score on this. I'm not. It's gonna be over 40 in this game right here. I'm gonna just let you know. It's gonna be over 40 in this game with Florida Memorial and Grambling. All right. Next on the list. Now we got a SIAC SWAC matchup again. Miles College goes into the Lions Den to take on the Golden Lions of UAPB. This game is in Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 4:00 affair. I don't know if this is on HBCU Go. I would just have to take a look at it again. Miles College coming in at 2-0. Last game that they played was against Alabama State, and they brought their chairs into Montgomery, and they came out swinging with a 21-17 victory against the Hornets. Pine Bluff went into the Southern Heritage Classic as Jackson State's replacement and came out with a 10-point loss against Tennessee State, 24-14. Now, I'm going to say it like this. Pine Bluff got to win this game. Why? Because if they don't win this game, this makes the SWAC look like dog doo-doo. Just to let you know, this makes the SWAC look like dog doo-doo if Pine Bluff don't beat Miles College tonight. So I'm going to just say it just like that. I'm going to say it just like that. And Dave, you tripping, bro. You tripping. You tripping. I watched the tape of Texas State. Nah, you tripping. So that just lets you know. And yeah, I think the attendance at the Southern Heritage Classic was like a little bit over 30,000 people there. Memphis, y'all miss us, don't you? Y'all miss us, Memphis. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all miss us. And I don't want to hear my boy D2 HBCU football come on Twitter and clown the SWAC like he been doing the last couple of times. So we gonna get that correct. 5:00 affair down there at Bragg Stadium on the highest of the 7 hills at Tallahassee, Florida. You got the FAMU Rattlers going up against the Argonauts of University of West Florida. I'm gonna just tell you just like this: West Florida coming in at 2-0. First 2 games, Kentucky Wesleyan, they scored win against that game, 35-3. Against McKendree, another score of 35-3. I'm gonna tell you just like this. Watching West Florida, if I, I'm gonna say it just like this. Watching West Florida and their quarterback Pee Wee, Pee Wee Jarrett. Hey, that boy is a baller. FAMU coming in with a 1-1 record. Again, of course, they beat Jackson State first game of the season, the Orange Blossom Classic, 28-10. Then they took a 14-point loss to University of South Florida down in Tampa, 38-24. Now, the keys to this game is how will Musa bounce back in the game? How will he bounce back? And can FAMU generate a actual pass rush against Pee Wee Jarrett? Also, my other take on this game, how can FAMU generate run offense in this game? You want to control the rock, you want to keep that dude off the field, you got to run the ball. Now, I will take FAMU in this game. It won't be by a lot. I think it will be by at least 2 touchdowns. But do not sleep on West Florida. Do not sleep on West Florida. I'm just telling you, watch West Florida. Watch this team. This is a D2 team, but they got D1 talent on this team. They got JUCO talent on this team. If West Florida catches FAMU slipping down in Bragg, I don't think FAMU could recover from that loss. Now going into the game next week against Alabama State. I don't see it. I won't see it. Now, if FAMU get caught slipping, now against a formidable foe like West Florida, I don't think it makes the SWAC look weak, but it just tells you what you need, what you got, what type of deficiencies that you have on your team. So in this game, I do got FAMU winning by at least 14 points, but like I said, I'm afraid about this game, and I don't want to see them slip up in this game. Next game on the list, a 6:00 affair here in Dallas, Texas. It's the Prairie View A&M Panthers going up against the Southern Methodist University Mustangs, live from Gerald J. Ford Stadium at 6:00. This game will be on ESPN Plus. Shout out to my bro Pacifico with the $10 donation. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Now, Prairie View came in with an overtime victory, first game of the season against Texas Southern in the Labor Day Classic, 37-34. Then they get the 29-point drubbing by Abilene Christian down in Prairie View, 45-16. And they are going up against a fast-paced Mustang offense right now. SMU's first game they took on Louisiana Tech. That was a 38-14 victory against the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. Then last week they were at Oklahoma, lost the game 28-11 to Oklahoma. But that does say something about their team. That says basically SMU is going to be a formidable foe for Prairie View. Now, I'm going to say it just like this. This is FBS versus FCS. I say it like this. SMU got some deep pockets. Prairie View, get your money, go back to PV, get ready for your next game. I'm going to just say it like this. I don't know who will win this game. I mean, SMU pretty much is going to win this game. Don't know how by much. But like I said, Prairie View, get your money, go back to PV, get ready for the next game. Next game on the list that we got going up against right now, Prairie View's rival Texas Southern going up against Rice University down the street from the Third Ward, going up into the medical district of Houston to take on the Rice University Owls. This game is at 6:00 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Oh man, the line for this game, Rice minus 30, 34 in this game. In this game, minus 34 in this game. Last game Texas Southern played, they got destroyed by Toledo 71-3. In the last game for Rice, oh my God, they went into 2 overtimes and eked out a 2-point victory over the University of Houston. And it has been a long time since Rice beat Houston. It's been a long time since Rice beat Houston. I think the last time Rice beat Houston, it was during this old Southwest Conference days. I don't know how this game is going to turn out. You got old man JT Daniels, who's the starting quarterback for Rice University. This man has been at more universities than I don't know who. I don't know what. He's been at USC. He's been at Georgia. He's also been at West Virginia. Now he's at Rice. So Rice is going to come out with a 3-touchdown victory against Texas Southern. I would say Texas Southern can make this game, but if Coach McKinney holds Andrew Body out of this game, then it seems like they just don't want to win. They don't want to compete. But just go ahead and breeze through all this right here. 6 o'clock affair going down in Cleveland, Mississippi. Mississippi Valley takes on Delta State in the Delta Classic, 6 o'clock p.m. This is Valley's second game. They trying to bounce back from the first game against Central State, 24-21. Delta State basically is a D2 power in the state of Mississippi. Last game they played Chowan, their score was a 42-18 victory. Now I'm gonna say it just like this. I think Delta State will win this game right here. Don't know how by how much, but they will win this game right here. So keep an eye out on them. Also, for Mississippi Valley, keep an eye out on Dino Maldonado. Think he will be the starter for the game. But also look for Coach Wade to kind of mix it up and bring in Jamari Jones for a running offense. I won't give the score for this game, so we're just going to leave it at that. McNeese State goes into Alcorn today down at the reservation. It's a 6 o'clock affair down in Lorman, Mississippi. Both teams come in at 0-2, and last season Alcorn did defeat McNeese by a score of 30-19. I'm going to say it just like this. Who is your quarterback, Alcorn? Is it Aaron Allen? Is it Tyler Macon? But I'm going to tell you just like this. Tyler Macon ain't it as the quarterback. He's not the quarterback for you. I think you go back to Aaron Allen. I think you go bring Tyler Macon to come in and do package plays, going out of the Wildcat, feed the ball to Jarvion Howard. I'm gonna say it just like that. In this game, I think Alcorn takes the victory over McNeese State. Won't give a score, but I think they will take the victory over McNeese. Both teams does not look good early in the season, but who knows what happens later on in the season. One of my games of the week for tonight is Alabama A&M going up against Southern University. This is a 6 o'clock showdown on ESPN Plus. This game is going down in Baton Rouge. Drive over the hump. Make sure you get to the game early and check out that little old light show that they had last week. Alabama A&M coming into the game on a positive note with a victory over Lane College, 51-13. And Southern, like I said, started the season off 0-2. When is the last time Southern has started the season off 0-3? Y'all give me y'all predictions on that. but they took a 27-14 loss to Jackson State in the Boombox Classic last week in Baton Rouge. In this game, I do not see Southern winning this game today. I actually see Alabama A&M winning this game by 2 touchdowns. It also depends on if Dooley is going to be stubborn or he's going to be smart. If his quarterback ain't going, will he take Harold Blood out and put in another quarterback? So that's my spill on that. That's my take on that. But I do have Alabama A&M beating Southern in their house by the score 28-14. I'm gonna go just like that. I'm gonna say that score 28-14. And ladies and gentlemen, the nightcap game of the week. We got the challenger, the Jackson State University Tigers, taking on the Sun Belts, Texas State University Bobcats, down there at Jim Wacker Field in San Marcos, Texas. Now, ESPN ain't giving us no type of slack in this game. It is a 7. In fact, this game is favored to Texas State by 7. It's a 17-point spread right here. The over under is 59.5, 59 and a half. So if you're looking for the over under, you want to take the over under, go ahead and take it. You get you some money on off of it. But like I said, watching the tape of Texas State between Baylor and UTSA, I give Jackson State a chance to be in this game. I give them a chance to win this game. And I'm just going to be honest with everybody. I'm going to be honest with everybody. The tail of the tape is going to be in the trenches. The tail of the tape is going to be in the trenches. And the reason why I say it's going to be in the trenches because you got Jackson State's defensive line going up against Texas State's offensive line. Texas State offensive line is big, but they are slow. Texas State's offensive line is big, but they are slow. We have to generate, got to generate a pass rush with Doyle and Webb and using another person off of the edge. You clog up the middle, make sure that you have TJ Finley come up in the pocket. The linebackers have to be disciplined. The DBs have to be disciplined. You probably gonna have to mix some zone with some man to confuse these guys, because I would say this: GJ Kinney as a head coach, this is his second year as a head coach, but his first year at Texas State, he is an offensive guru. And you're going up against TC Taylor, first year head coach for Jackson State. This, I already know TC is bring your lunch pail. We ain't backing down from nothing. This is going to be a battle of the trenches, y'all. But for our trenches, for the offensive line for Jackson State, you just have to be big and nasty going up those DNs. Make them run up the field instead of kind of crashing into the quarterback. Make them run up the field. In fact, take them out of the picture. Take them out of the picture. Their linebackers, especially the middle linebacker, is undisciplined. In this game, I think you use more of the tight end. This is going to be a mismatch. I think you'll use a lot more meshes in this game. In a sense, I think Jackson State has this game. Skill position wise, both teams are very disciplined, skill position wise. But I say Jackson State takes this game, and it won't be by a blowout. I think it will be by a touchdown or less. What's going on? What's going on, Tonyo? What's going on, man? What's up, bro? I think Jackson State takes this game. They take this game by 7 points. So I have Jackson State with the victory, and it's going to send FBS in a shock that we can get our first victory over SBS program since 1985. We can get that monkey off our back, and look, we're not going to be complaining about it. But it is game time right now. It is 11:06. I appreciate everybody coming on and joining me on this for the show today. If you haven't done it by now, make sure if you want to donate to the Cash App. Gotta pay the bills for me to keep this thing going right here. Gotta pay the bills, keep this thing going. I am, like I said, I did tell people I am going through a transition as far as employment. I did get another job, but you know, I'm gonna be kind of down on my luck for a little bit. But I do got the queen that always stay behind. That's right on my side. She ain't never behind me. She's on my side. But as far as this channel goes, some of this majority of the stuff was coming out my own. And if you want to, I mean, like I said, want to keep the thing going, you want to keep this train rolling, this shit don't stop, donate to Cash App. You don't feel like donate to the Cash App, hit the super chat, man. Hit the super chat and everything will be fine. We still got to pay bills to keep this thing going. But but y'all, man, I appreciate everybody for joining me on HBCU Saturday Game Day. HBCU OverDrive Saturday Game Day. This is in conjunction with me, HBCU OverDrive. I'm your boy Doc Holliday, the voice of HBCU culture. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, hit the join button, become an exclusive family member. 2 tiers, purple, blue. Doesn't matter which one, it goes back to the channel. It helps out with initiatives. It helps out get us equipment. It helps us do a lot of things for this channel. But in the meantime, between time, as always, man, look, I think some teams done kicked off now. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay dangerous. We'll be back on this thing 6 o'clock pregame for the Texas State Jackson State game. Make sure you tell everybody about that. We'll be back on this thing at 6. I want to say 6 o'clock, 6:30. We're gonna do an hour before the game starts. 6:30. Make sure you come on here 6:30 p.m. tonight. We talk of Jackson State. We'll talk Texas State. And everybody give me your score predictions. And then after that, we got the post-game show following directly after the game tonight. Make sure y'all tune in for both shows tonight. As always, like I said, be blessed, stay safe, stay dangerous. And if you still in a place where it's hot, stay hydrated. And for my folks up in the Northeast, y'all hunker down, get to safety shelter as the hurricane, as Lee comes in on shore. So prayers to all my folks up there. Prayers to all my people in Atlanta at the AUC. They were flooded this past week. So, man, make sure y'all send prayers and send well wishes to the people in both of these spots right here. We'll be back at 6:30. Peace.